Good morning. Welcome to Ouachita Mountain Podcast. My name is Mike. And today, just like any other day, don't got a plan. Actually, I do have a plan. The carport is coming in a few hours. I think they said between 4 and 5. That's kind of a weird time to show up, but that's when they're coming. So, but I have not heard back from them. They wanted me to email them pictures last week of the new site. I haven't heard back from them since, so we'll see what happens there. But if everything goes according to plan, I should have the carport people here later this afternoon. But this weekend, I've had a lot of time to think about some of these projects. If you watch my other channel, you'll know I've been planning to build a big closet where I tore down the bar. Let's just go look. I can take y'all with me. Let's go look. Let me turn y'all around. Let's see. A little dark in here, guys. All right. Let me turn y'all around. Now, this is where I plan to put the closet. It used to have a bar in this area. Let me move this down a little bit. It used to have a bar in here. The bar used to go across here. It had a raised floor with steps that went up, and it had a half wall here. And I tore that down because it's wasted space. I never used it. So, what I'm going to do now, rather than to have a big closet out here that would be awkward in the middle of the room, it would also close off. I like the openness of this area, but I don't really want to close it off. So what I've decided to do is make this my office. Come here, come about halfway out here like I had, and go straight up the wall and just have this half wall coming halfway out. That leaves all this still open. But in here, I want to close this all in. And to finish it, I think I'm just going to go with sheetrock and paint it the same color as I have up here. That's like a light tan. Because there's too much wood in here. There's actually way too much wood. I want to get rid of some of it. I'm going to pull down this ceiling, and I'm going to continue this ceiling like I have in the kitchen here. Let me raise you up a little. Wow, don't look at my dirty dishes. That's what we're going to continue, I think, all the way into here and also in here, which means all this cedar's coming down. I don't like it. It was the very first project I did with cedar, and so it's not, we're not going to do that. And in this room, the red room, this will become the new pantry. It makes more sense. It's right off the kitchen. You know, it's cool in here in the winter, and it doesn't get that warm in the summer. So it's an ideal place for that. I can put 4 or 5 shelving units up and get everything in there that I need in here. I mean, I can fit 2 shelves right here. 2 shelves behind me. I've got my freezer in here already. Because it does get cold in here in the winter. I mean, because all I'm running most of the time is a fireplace heater. It's all this place needs. There's no reason to suggest getting a mini split or any of that. This cabin doesn't need it. That electric fireplace heater is sufficient most of the time. Now, I do got the wall propane unit for when it really gets cold, when we get those Arctic blasts, but for the most part in here, I just got a big heating pad behind me. And when it gets too cold or I come in here in the morning, I just crank it on. And I stay warm in here. And in the summer, it ain't bad because there's a ceiling fan up here, which pulls in the cool air from out there when the air conditioner's running. So that's a better, and it's more cost effective to do that this way. I can't find my tape measure. And I'm wondering if this desk will fit on that one wall where the L shape comes the other way. I think it will. And I also, right there is the electric line that goes to the kitchen. Now, that's one breaker. It's only got 2 outlets to it. So I could put up to 6 more, 7 more on there if I want. So I'll have plenty of electric in there. The only downside is now I'll have to reroute all the security cameras because I'll have the security monitor in there. which I will like better because when I choose to watch TV sitting in my recliner or at night, I could look right over and see my security cameras, which I can't do right now. So if I'm in the living room, the only way I can look at my cameras is to log in on my phone, which I never do. So that's a good thing to move in there. That's not going to be a big deal to move. It's just going to take a couple hours. And then I need to get to working on this little cubby hole that's on the outside of the dog apartment before it gets too hot. I got to get that painted and get some sort of a door put up there. And that's not going to take too long either. But yeah, I think what I'm just going to do, instead of putting all that wood back on the walls, just go with sheetrock, or I may even go with some of this stuff again. But I'm not going to paint it red. Red's okay for in here, but I'm not going to put it in there. That would not look good with all that wood. So, well, hopefully once this carport gets put in, I can start on this week, hopefully, and get all this stuff moved in there. I am going to go buy flooring for the new office. Before I move anything in there, I want to get that, go ahead and get that floored. But I mean, it don't matter. I guess I could film, because I want to make the whole cabin the same color. So if I go get flooring just for that, it may not be available when I go to buy it for the whole cabin, which I put off for a while. Just other things were more important. I've lived with a concrete floor all these years. Hey, another year ain't gonna kill me. But I do have plans. I will not be able to do it myself. A little space like this office I did myself. But man, was it tough getting up on my hands and knees, and my knees don't do well on the floor. Yeah, but I got it done. But doing the whole cabin, I don't think I could. I could do it, and I probably will end up doing it. It's just going to take me forever, you know, and I ain't going to like it. That's for sure. So anyway, I'm just putting up a short one here, guys. I got to get some things. I got to go outside and make sure the site is completely ready for the carport. I believe I've already been out there once. I've got it pretty much stamped down real good. I do got some 2-inch blocks if they need that for anything, but it should go well. It's a good flat spot, and it's going to be nice to have that. And I'm kind of waiting on that to start these projects, because that way I'll have a covered area to cut all my wood in. The electric's there, everything I need, and it's close, to get in the house from there. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Happy trails.